Good morning, YouTube. Well, morning. It's 11:15. It's almost lunch. It's Sunday and we're working. My least favorite day of the week to work, but can't turn anything down the way it is right now. 'Cause it's the only day this week we've worked. Hasn't been a good week at all, but we got one for today anyway. Mike can break even for the week, about it. But brought my number one hand along today. She's pretty handy at sleeping and eating is what she does best. Mainly sleeping though. I'm telling you, this dog right here can sleep like 28 hours a day. I mean, she's good. I guess if gotta be good at something, huh? Ruby, you gonna wake up and say hi to YouTube or what? No? You don't care about YouTube? Ruby, wake your butt up and say hi. Nope, not today. Alright, well we'll check back in with y'all here in a minute when we get to the rig. Just getting 68 joints of 5.5 drill pipe, or 5-inch drill pipe, whatever you want to call it. And it ought to weigh about 40,000 pounds, I believe. We'll catch up. We made her to the rig. We're actually coming in the back way now. We about had a little screw up. There's a pipe, I don't know what it is. It's every time we come to these rigs, it'll be on that one side of the location, on the side of the houses, running around the edge of the location towards the rig. I don't know if it's water or what it is, but anyways, they always bury it pretty good. So, and they case it in a metal pipe because it's some kind of plastic pipe. So they case it in a metal pipe and bury it. Well, they didn't bury it very good today. This is a new location. Actually, we're gonna get to watch them stand the rig up. They're standing her up right now. But yeah, they didn't bury that pipe at all. So I tried to ease over it. I got my truck over it, really no problem, but then when my trailer got to it, it didn't work so well. We were just pushing it. So I ended up having to back off of it and come around and come in the back way. If I'd have kept going, I'd have tore some shit up. The company man and everything came over there. They didn't act like they're mad or anything, because, you know, it's not really my fault they didn't bury the fucking pipe, dumbasses. But I bet you they'll get that fixed and it'll be buried next time I come out here. If not, we might tear it out again. Now we'll come around this back way since we know now. Anyways, we're gonna get us 68 joints of drill pipe, load her up, get on back into town. We will see y'all in a minute. Our hand, man, she's slacking today. She's back there sleeping. Let's see if y'all can get a little shot of it. Ruby, wake your ass up. She don't even move. I'm telling y'all, this dog can sleep, y'all. We'll catch up with y'all here in a little bit after we get loaded. Well, me and this old fat dog are just hanging out. Ruby, what are you doing? You shake? Give me a shake. Give me a shake. Good girl. Little old fatty. You been sleeping, ain't even got to see nobody on camera. Are you camera shy? You're acting like it. Ruby, what are you doing? You are camera shy, aren't you? Anyways, we're hanging out. think they're gonna change it up because they can only find 32 sticks that need to go to the shop. Inspector told them 68, but there's only 32 sticks on this set of pipe racks that's marked bad that needs to go in right here. So they're running around trying to figure it out right now. I followed them around and bullshit with them for about 10 minutes. Well, that's about all I can do. I don't know what pipe needs to go. That's y'all's deal, guys. So I'm gonna bet it's only this 32 though, which is even better. Makes us lighter. Probably could have brought the hot shot. 32. Yeah, that's probably under 15,000. I would imagine. Let me see. Let me pull out my old handy dandy calculator here. 20 pounds per foot times 32 joints times 30 foot a piece is 960 feet times 20 pounds per foot equals 19,200. Yep, no, would have been too heavy for the hot shot. But my old hand over here, she's wore out, man. We've been working her hard today. Look at her, just can't take it. She is a sleeping ass from Eagle Pass, Texas. She was actually born not too far from Eagle Pass, in that ranch we used to live on. Well, we're gonna hang out. I don't know, see the forklift coming. We might have to get her loaded. Catch up with y'all in a minute. We got her loaded. I was right. It was only the 32 sticks. And update on Ruby. Guess what? She's still sleeping. Ruby, what do you do with your life besides sleep? That's all Ruby does. She's a pretty easy keeper. Just needs some food and some air conditioner. She's happy. She really likes that cold beer though. I think she would probably need to put her in doggy AA, because you gotta drink a beer around Ruby and she'll start drooling. She wants some cold beer, don't you, Ruby? Cold beer don't even sound good today, Ruby. We drank too much of that last night. That's why we are sweating like a pig today, Ruby. Not you. You ain't done nothing but sleep. I wish you knew how to drive. I bet you could figure it out besides the shifting, couldn't you? Shoot, I'd be afraid you'd fall asleep. I'd have to stay awake and keep you up. Wouldn't do me no good if you drove. Well, we're gonna get back around the front side of the rig and grab the paperwork from the company man and hook her on into Midland. Get unloaded. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna check these straps. We pulled over here and talked to the company man, see if we needed or if they had a material transfer. They didn't have one. So he was calling, make sure that yard's gonna be open, seeing as it's Sunday. They're gonna let me know. Looks like their straps are good. We normally hold 15 a layer on this pipe, so we got 2 layers of 15 is 30, 2 on top. The first layer, I just ran 1 strap down the middle. The second layer, I did a strap back here and another strap up here, and then the third layer we got 2 in our first 10 foot, 1 in the middle over here with it belly wrap, that way that pipe can't roll, and then 1 on the back end. So y'all can see how I strap this stuff down. The other thing I do that a lot of people don't do, and I'm not saying they're wrong and I'm right, I'm just saying it's how I do it. I always put at least 4 boards on the bottom. To me, it spreads the weight out more. Doesn't really matter today, I only have 20,000 pounds. But when you load 45,000 pounds of pipe on it and you only put 3 boards, that means all that weight is only in 3 spots on your trailer. So when you put more boards, it spreads your weight out more. You got 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and I leave a hole there for the forklift. I could actually put one more here in the middle, but that would be a lot of boards that I have to carry. The second row only did three boards on the second row. One between, I like putting them between the stakes, because most of these guys do not know how to run a forklift that load you on these rigs. So if you put them between the stakes, they can't knock them out of there, and they're good at that. So I put one between each stake and one in the middle. But anyways, we're gonna head on in and hopefully get unloaded. If not, we'll have to take it in Monday morning. Alright guys, we are cruising down 1788, not too far from the yard that we're gonna unload at. Just got an email earlier when I was on the lease road. I was checking my email. On the way in on the lease road, I found this load on the load board going from Odessa to Orla, which is local. I believe it said 115 miles. And they had said it weighed 30,000 pounds, could go on a flatbed or a step deck, and they had a whopping $400 on it. I don't know if people actually haul this stuff that cheap out here or what. I mean, I don't see how you could make any money at all going to Orla for $400. I just don't see it. You know, you're not going to get anything coming back into town, so it's going to be $400 going out there, and that's it. You got to get home. I've been looking at these load boards lately and trying to bid on some stuff on them because it's been slow lately, but I'm not gonna run my truck for $2 a mile like all these people are wanting. I mean, you got loads going back to Houston from Odessa and Midland for $600 and $650, and it's like 550 miles. Do people really haul that shit for $600? It's like $1 a mile. Yeah, I understand you need to go back to Houston to get you home, but you know, I'm pretty sure I'd just go empty before I did that. I just don't get these load boards. I've never used one. Don't have any experience with it. All I ever hauled is right around here, oilfield, my whole life. So I don't know nothing about these damn load boards, but I haven't seen anything that I like so far because they want you to do the shit for free. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to hear some of y'all's comments on what y'all use. I just got truck stop. I'm not going to go spend hundreds of dollars on load boards every month when I'm not even utilizing them. I just got truck stop. It was like 40 something a month, and I haven't even used it. Haven't even got a load off it yet. I bid on several, and I don't mind pulling an oversized load. I've got a step deck with a dovetail so I can haul equipment like this forklift that's coming at us right there. Guys, my truck can stay parked at the house for $2 a mile. If y'all think that's okay, I'm not hauling your shit for $2 a mile. But I just don't get it, you know, how these people think they're gonna get you to go to Houston for $600, or there's like stuff to Fort Worth, which is about 340 miles, somewhere in there, for $600 to $650. I wouldn't even do that, and that's not even close to as many miles as to Houston. That's a few hundred less miles than Houston. I don't know, maybe it's just shitty trying to get out of Odessa with the load, or, you know, maybe y'all can shine some light on this situation, because I don't understand these load boards. The stuff on them is way too cheap, and quite frankly, I'm not doing it. But I've sent in several bids on stuff. Normally my bid is about 2 to 3 times what their price that they have on it, if they even have a price on it. But my bid's always at least double what their price is. Anyways, y'all leave me some comments if y'all know anything about this load board junk and why they think you're supposed to haul their stuff for free. I just simply don't get it. Don't understand. I'm not hauling your shit for free. But anyways, maybe somebody will. We're about to whip in here and get unloaded. We'll catch up with y'all on the way home. You know, I just thought of some more stuff, you know, about, I see all these guys using the load boards like Just Trucking or whatever. He's getting, you know, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 a mile pretty much all the time. $4 a mile. He's got a dry van. How special is a dry van? I mean, there's a million of them running up and down the road. I don't understand. I've kind of got a little more special trailer that requires a little bit more talent, I guess you could say, a little more knowledge maybe than a dry van, you know. Not everybody can load equipment and know how to tie it down and know how to load it and drive it and all that. And they don't want to give me nothing, but I understand he's in a complete different part of the country, but it's funny to me that he can get $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 a mile consistently, and these people around here want me to haul this stuff for $2 a mile, and I've got more of a specialized trailer. So I guess, you know, you go buy a specialized trailer and break away from the ordinary, a dry van or whatever. I don't know, I've never pulled a dry van. I've always done flatbed or tanker, but I guess you go specialized stuff that pays less, which is pretty much the opposite of what it should be. But anyway, just a little more ranting and raving for y'all. Just aggravates me with these load boards. You know, I'd like to get some work off them, but I don't work for free. Alright, guys and gals, we are unloaded and headed home. Only about 25 miles to the house. But just kind of I thought about it a little more. Just wanted to touch on what I was ranting about earlier. When I threw Just Trucking in there, I didn't mean anything bad by him. I just used him as an example because I watch his channel and know that he consistently does over $4 a mile with a dry van, and it seems like he stays relatively close to the house. He goes to Florida, but you know, we normally about 500 miles from the house, and he's almost up. No, man, he's doing a great job. He's got it figured out. But yeah, I just don't understand how this works with these brokers and load boards and all that stuff. I've always had just local customers that I know, but you know, with the oil field slowing way down, nobody's working, so I've got to try to do something different. So that's why I've been looking at the load boards and bidding on some. But I just don't understand, you know. Obviously somebody's got to be hauling this cheap shit, or they wouldn't have it on there that cheap, or they'd take me up on some of my bids. You know, my bids aren't unreasonable. Also, if y'all aren't familiar with the oil field, and when you go to Orla, Texas, or pretty much anywhere around here, it's not just you pull up in town and unload. I said it was 115 miles, but you're liable to go anywhere from, you know, 1 mile to, guys, I've been 25 miles down a lease road. And a lease road is a cleachy dirt road. You never know. Some of these roads are good. Some of them have holes big enough to swallow a Volkswagen. I mean, some of them, you're going 2 miles an hour, and you're going in there 5 miles. Takes you, you know, a good hour to get in there, another hour to unload. That's if they're ready for you, and then another hour to get out. So there's 3 hours right there, and they want you to do it for $400 to go to Orla. That's 3 hours just right there, from the time you turn on the lease road to the time you get off the lease road. The cheapest I'm running right now is $100 an hour, and don't necessarily want to run that cheap. It's just because stuff is slow. We normally run 110, 120. I've ran for 150 before, but not that often. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand how that deal works. You know, you're going to be 3 hours, and in bidding on it, you're not going to know where you're going. So you might as well just go ahead and cover your ass and figure at least 3 hours where you're going to unload, from the time you turn on that lease road to the time you turn off that lease road and get back on the highway. Well, I ain't shifting worth a shit. Distracted talking to y'all. But so yeah, there's 3 hours right there. Takes an hour and a half to 2 hours to get out there, depending on traffic. Another hour to load. So you've got 3 hour and a half. We'll just call it 2 hours to get out there. So there's 5 hours, and then an hour to load. Granted, they're ready when you get there. So there's 6 hours right there, minimum. That's a quick trip to Orla. And I live 30 miles outside of Odessa, or 20. So just call it another hour or 30, 45 minutes getting to where I need to load. So we've got basically 7 hours is going to be a quick trip to go where I live to Odessa, to load, go to Orla, unload, and back. Unless you just get plumb lucky and where you're going is right off the side of the highway, but that does not happen very often. It's normally 3, 4, 5, 10 miles back in there. So, you know, those of y'all that thought that 400 sounded decent for 115 miles, that's why I wanted to explain that to you, because it's a little different out here. You got to figure in that old leash road and everything else that goes with it. But, so that's why you pretty much, you don't want to go to Orla. I'm going to say no less than $900 to go to Orla. They want you to do it for $400. I sent her my bid. I said $950. That way I can negotiate down to $900 if she said something. And she's the only one that's ever messaged me back, and she just said no thanks. So yeah, no thanks to your $400 either. Y'all can find somebody else to do that. Good luck, buddy. You know, people that call stuff like that cheap, I don't understand how they make it. Well, they probably don't make it. It's probably fly by night. They start up and they think, oh yeah, $400 to go to Orla, that's not bad. 8 hours later, you're making $50 an hour, and you really don't know what you got yourself into. You think you're making money at $400 and going to Orla, then good luck, buddy. Well, we're gonna head on to the house. I'm sure y'all have heard enough of my ranting and raving and bullshit. Probably tired of listening to me by now. Y'all notice that dang fat dog, she is asleep in the ass. That's all that dog does is sleep. Ruby, come on, come say hi. Alright, Ruby finally blessed us with her presence, say bye to y'all, but looks like she's about to go right back to sleep. Imagine that. Throw the old window down, see if she'll get up. Oh yeah, hang her head out. Alright, tell them bye, Ruby. Say adios.